fish you are, I don't care. Anyway, welcome to my video in which I will play Lethal Suit Larry in the Land of the Lounge Lizards and hear the original version, like I promised in my previous video of the reloaded version. Of course, I already did this version without commentary. This time with commentary. Back in the day, one of the most controversial games all time, even before it was written, actually, as Ken Williams was not really happy with this project, or so I'm told. Originally, the game was just written under the name Soft Porn in order to test a kind of database system. And it was LO's idea to convert the concept of soft porn to their adventure game interpreter. In other words, HDR. And what you see here is the result. Back in the day, the most pirated game of all time. How did they know? Well, they sold more handbooks than actual copies of the game. Something that would not work today anymore with all the walkthroughs on the internet, but you didn't have all that crap back then. And what is important to say about this is that also a lot of people were unfamiliar with the concept of an adventure game. So that really made that people got stuck in the game pretty quickly. Well, due to the controversial nature of the game, it is, of course, about sex after all. Not that you are going to see that much, though. They had to put in a little warning. Now we can rather see this as a kind of a joke, but do remember, back in the day, they blindly assumed computer games were only played by children. And Lethal Suit Larry is, of course, aiming at an adult audience. So, the warning! Lethal Suit Larry in the Land of the Lounge Lizards contains some elements of plot which may not be considered appropriate for some children. How old are you? Well, 49 was my age on the moment I shot this video. To verify you are really 49, please answer 5 simple questions. Captain Kangaroo's sidekick was... How the hell should I know? You should, of course, realize with these questions, the game is old. So so many questions may not be known to the audience that were kids when the game came out, and that would include me. So in that certain case, the questions work. Also, some questions are questions that you really won't know if you are not from the United States. And hey, I am not from the United States. I'm from the Netherlands after all. Anyway, it should be Mr. Green Jeans I now see. Hello posted all the answers to these questions on his fun site. So that's nice to know. Correct! The Atlantic and Pacific Oceans are connected by the... I am supposed to be pretty good at geography. But I am not really sure about this one. Yeah, it was the Panama Canal. That was my first answer in mind. Correct! A Nehru jacket is... Never heard that term before. Remember, English is not my first language, so perhaps that is why I don't know. But I have never heard of a Nehru jacket. Out of date. Oh, okay. Who was not an astronaut? Let's see. Well, the only one of whom I know it is the incorrect answer would be Neil Armstrong, as he was an astronaut, but John Milton. Answer A. Correct. So far, so good. Now for the final question. It's not nice to fool Mother Hubbard, Mother Nature, the government, or Major Daley. Well, fooling the government would always be a good thing to do, but still it could be the good. It's of course a kind of slogan, but I've never heard that slogan before. Mother Nature. Okay, so that's the correct answer. Well, the game starts, and let's make a save game immediately. What many people don't know about Leisure Suit Larry is that it is actually a timed game. You start at 10 p.m. and then you got all night to get it finished, but when it's morning, then your time's up. And I will now use a cheat to demonstrate. That is with room number 19. What will happen when you run out of time? Oh no, stepping outside you see the sun rising in the east. Glancing at your watch you realize the terrible truth. Your night in Shara World is over, and technically speaking you're still a virgin! Now, it should be said that the fact that so little people know about this means that you actually have, of course, little people who actually got in that situation. Of course, this is too nice to demonstrate. What will happen if you go into a dark alley? Basically, these alleys serve as a way to keep you inside a certain area. The only way to travel between the various areas is of course by taxi. Hey guys, he screwed up again. Dump this one down the tubes and get him another body. You remember in Larry Reloaded, they placed you in the laboratory of Dr. Frankenstein, who would revive you with his technology. He's alive, alive. Here they did it a little bit differently. The Shara Adventure Team races to your rescue, dumping your wordless leisure suit-clad Hulk into their giant bit bucket for recycling into future game. Their underground workshop is humming with activity. This is where adventurers are made, not born. Looking around, you can already see Sir Graham being tested and the robot from Space Quest 1. And to the left, we see the dragon from King's Quest 1. Commander Kevin quickly assembles a replacement Larry, where while subordinates repair players damaged in other Shara adventure games. Now, unlike um, Reloaded, where the fatal action is merely undone, here the entire game would restart. Of course, I'm still at the start of the game, so it doesn't really matter right now. With your new body and ego, you are returned to fight again the battles of lost wages. Now you know what we have to go through every time you press that restart key. Well, let's do this, Clutch. You know, the traffic here is really a killer. You should forget about crossing these streets. Well, that all out of the way, let's now really start the game for real. It is, of course, all commands. And it actually had its charm, I must say. Let's order a whiskey. Yeah, I keep the whiskey. There's a strong odor of petroleum byproducts coming from this glass. That sounds really reassuring. You don't know much about art, but you know what you like. Hi there, lovely eggs, you say sweetly. My name is Larry. Larry Laffer. Who cares? Stop bugging me or I'll have my boyfriend take care of you when he gets back from the restroom. Looks like you're operating at your standard level of charm, Larry. Too nice a tune not to beatbox to. Yeah, I need this rose. And, well, I see this guy could use a bit of a drink. I mean, he's not yet drunk enough. Dat is Blah. My only friend in the whole world. I'm going to give you my only present. My only present. My only present. My only present. All I got in the world. Say, what's like a guy like me need with a TV remote control? Let's open the door. Got it. You bravely consider an attempt to find the ring's owner, but return it to your normal self and pocket it instead. Look, mirror. You see a handsome, dashing, macho, sexy young man. Obviously, this mirror has quite a bit of distortion. You see many messages. One of them is, "Cut me up, be me." Star Trek reference. Beam me up, Scotty. Attention arcade game players, please don't eat the urinal cakes. They do? It takes leather balls to play rugby. Gee, I didn't know that. Oh, of course I shouldn't take it that literally. Say, here's an interesting one. The password is "can send me." You grab an ancient copy of Wall Street Journal and settle in to sit and think. You feel a great relief. What's that aroma? You carefully finishing your duty, you wipe and toss the newspaper behind the toilet for the next user. Now don't flush the toilet, you'll die. You rap loudly on the Nougat door. You wonder how many nougats had to give their all just to decorate this sleazehole. Yeah, what's the password? Can't send me. Come on in. Well, the pimp requires either $100 or to be lured away to the television. Oh, John! Oh, Marcia! Oh, John! Oh, Marcia! Oh, John! Oh, Marcia! Oh, John! Oh, Marcia! Just another boring soap opera. The pimp seems vaguely interested, but not enough to leave his post at the stairs. You click the channel selector on the remote control. I am Al Fertles, and this is my partner, Fat Ames. We just want to tell you how much we appreciate your support. Another boring commercial. The pimp seems vaguely interested, but not enough to leave his post by the stairs. And now, Aloha Productions is proud to present The Revenge of the Software Developers in full color and stereo sound. Yeah, that's of course a parody to Revenge of the Nerds. Another boring musical comedy. While Jim is fighting for his life with the raging female rhinoceros in heat, I'll slip into my tent with the native girl and this picture of my ties. Another boring documentary. And it's a beautiful day in the new beautiful neighbor. Oh no, anything but that! Live from Malaga, California, it's the Cable Sports Network presentation of the miniature female wet wrestlers 500 kilometer cross-country nude bicycle race. Another boring cable sports show. And next, Master Peace Treasure presents special 3D broadcast of Nougat Goddesses of Oakhurst. Another boring and educational show. Oh, baby, yeah, I love it when you do that. Ooh, that hurts so good. Pull out a little deeper. It appears you finally reached the pimp's cultural level. And he will remain seated there for the rest of the game. Now there is a little scripting bug here. If I just turn on the TV, leave the room and come back, the pimp would immediately be watching TV. Hey Dork, you've got toilet paper stuck on your shoe. You nonchalantly scrape it off. Now, it's not a good idea to fuck the hooker yet. Because if I do, I'll die. I need a condom for that. But of course, I can have a look what she looks like. She certainly seems to enjoy that gum. Now let's save the game before I do anything. Looking at the east window, you notice a bottle of pills sitting on the window's edge. Yeah, well, look what happens when I try to take them. Then you'll die. And then of course you will be turned into a new Larry, which will cause to restart the game. Not gonna do that. Now I can also do this, and then that will end me up in the dumpster. Your wallet contains some wrinkled business cards, lots of notes, some credit cards, which won't work in this game, and $90 in cash. Well, vowing to hold your breath forever, you enter this miserable excuse for public transportation. The cabbage snails are aware too, buddy, as he swings the meter flag down. Well, let's go to the casino. Well, here we are, buddy. That'll be $9. Now, let's save first, and what are you trying to do, Piat? You're not going to stiff me and get away with it. This is what happens when you don't pay the cap. You'll not ride with me again. So let's just pay. Yes. I was hoping that I would immediately meet this guy. Thank you very much, sir. Please call again whenever you are in the neighborhood. Well, I can bet $20 max, and I can only win up to $250. That had a bit to do with the memory capacity at the time. They only took 1 byte to store the amount of money that I have, and in 1 byte you can only store a number from either 0 up to 255. As you only have 256 possibilities with 8 bits. Oh, wait. Well, that's a big bummer. Yeah, save when you win and load when you lose. This can take some time. course, sometimes you can be a bit lucky in speeding the process up. Nah, no insurance. The best thing to do is just to play up to the full $250, or in other words, the maximum. $16. Busted! 23. That makes 7. That makes 12. That makes 19. A push! I win! Okay. That makes 13. That makes 17. 16. Ooh, yeah. And my first hand loses. Of course, 6 is not the most ideal card to split with, but who does not try won't win. Hey, that's the wrong button. F4 is dealing a new hand, F6 is asking for a new card, F8 is staying, and splitting and doubling has to do with commands. And I believe you can also surrender. That would also be done with a command. Ooh, dang. Ooh, the dealer busted. That's a nice stroke of luck I had there. 15. I'm sorry. I had to sneeze. Well, let's see. I never tried this. But it is indeed possible. Always pass on that, I suppose. Well, only $10 more to break the bank. $12. 15, 21. Congratulations, you've broken the bank. This casino has a limit of $250 per person. And you've reached it. No more for you, Larry. Of course. Anything you can use to dump trash in, like dumpsters or even ashtrays, were always interesting for LO to hide something in, and this was the very first game in which that became clear. The Lost Wages Disco. Yeah! Nice fun games. Dancing the can-can. At least the comics whoopee cushion doesn't smell. I just get a point for doing that. response. Wouldn't you think they'd get tired of just going left and right? Well, you can also get there and then you will have a bad comedian with his drummer, who has a grim fail at all the clues of his bad jokes, otherwise you wouldn't know when to laugh. There's no point taking the elevator right now. Now, what is fun to note is that while Larry was being produced, they were also in the middle of Space Quest. And of course, Mark Crow is one of the two guys from Andromeda, so it was kind of his project together with Scott Murphy. And LO was actually pleased that Mark Crow was willing to do the graphics for Larry as well, and that he actually made them while he was also working on Space Quest. It really showed how back in the day game developers were actually kind of pioneers and also creating games out of enthusiasm. I mean, if you compare that with game development today, in which it is merely about beating the money out of your pocket. I thought I already gave a destination. But perhaps the game didn't pick it up in order to complain about my breath. Apparently the clerk is new to this country. He only knows a few English words. After looking around to make certain you're alone, you quietly ask the clerk if he has any available behind the counter. Sure, we got lovers. Obviously, you've hit his area of expertise. So what kind of rubber do you want? Smooth or livid? Colored or plain? Lubricated or rough cut? Stripes or plaid? Peppermint or spearmint flavor? Okie dokie, mister. Hey everybody, this little weirdo just bought a peppermint flavored plaid, rough cut plain, livid rubber. What a pervert! He hands you the package saying, altogether that will be $8 please. Yeah, I already have paid. Well, let's see. Well, it looked like this month's issue is filled with intelligent literary articles with redeeming social value. Let's see now. Here's an article about how professional window washers secure themselves to buildings with a rope around their waist. Nah, you flip through the pages until you discover, nice centerfold. Hey mister, I hope you enjoy your peppermint flavored plain rough cut plain livid rubber. Now, there should be a guy coming to me now. Why, thanks, Sonny. I ain't got no remote control, but see, I'll tell you what. There is my trustworthy old pocket knife. You never know. There are some kinky girlies in this town. Sexy hunks like us might have to defend ourselves sometime. With that, he stumbles off into the darkness. Hello, you've reached the National Hotline Sex Survey. Please answer the following questions. There may be a wonderful prize waiting for you. What's the name of your favorite sex partner? Yeah, I just make this name up in order not to get any girls offended. I may have put in a real name in all the videos, but hey, who cares? What's the best part of your partner's anatomy? Of course, what else? What do the two of you like to do when together? What's the best part of your body? Let's just keep it primitive. And finally, name your partner's favorite object. Let's see. Thanks for participating. And your prize is... Oh, well, looks like they hung up. Well, it was probably a bummer prize anyway. Well, before entering the disco, let's go back to the store. Ring! Hello? You pick up the telephone and hear a woman's voice. Hello, Larry. This is Sexiana. Why don't you forget about this silly game and come over to my place so we can fuck, and especially fuck. After all, your penis always has turned me on. So bring along a dildo and come play with my boobies. Bye now. You hang up the phone and wipe the sweat off your hands. I like how in Reloaded, the only version of this game with voice acting, they have a woman's voice to say, "Oh yeah, hello," and then you hear Jan Repson say in a kind of static voice, "Larry, Larry Laffer," and that was a really stroke of brilliance, clearly showing. Halt! I'm sorry, sir, but this is a private club. You whip out your borrowed membership card and lay it onto him. Good evening, sir. I'm so sorry I didn't recognize you sooner. Please come right in. In one of the pursuit scenes of Police Quest, this scene may actually be on the background when you are actually arresting the person. Or writing a ticket in the case of Helen Hutz. Ladies' night, but there's only one lady. You smile at the girl and say, "May I join you?" And of course she replies, "Why am I coming apart?" Well, let's save the game first. And now we are going to seduce the very first girl in the Leisure Suit Larry game. And I have to give it to them with only 16 colors and rough pixels. Mark Crow did manage to create a rather cutie. Of course, she looks cute. The question is if she's really as cute as she looks. Of course. Oh, how nice. I love me too. Oh, yeah. Hiya, baby. What say you and me get it on? Get lost, creep! Hey, sweetheart, what's your sign? Octagonal, she replies, like in stop. My name is Larry. Larry Laugher. Say, Larry, is that a pens dispenser in your pocket or are you just lonely? What's your name, beautiful? Fawn, she replies. Somehow you knew that. Yeah, I really like it how they say that in Reloaded. If anyone can screw this, you can. I'd really like to get to know you better. What kind of girl are you anyway? She smiles as I'm just a girl who can't say no. All right, Larry, this is what you've been waiting for. 2 nice presents. Oops. Oh, you're so sweet. I just love roses. Oh, you're so sweet. I just love candy. Oh, you're so sweet. I just love diamonds. Oh, you're so sweet. I love dancing. I thought you'd never ask. Come on. Come on, Larry. What are you waiting for? I'm hot to get it on with you. Yeah, they actually put some work in the dance. Of course, the special moment. Boom. At least he catches her. Typical 1970s disco floor. Oh, Larry, you're so sweet. I just love you, Larry. I want you to make me wild, passionate love to me. All right, Larry. At least you're gonna get lucky. But first, we got to get married. I could never make love to a man who's not my husband. If you would loan me $100 and rent the honeymoon suite at the casino hotel for us, then after we are married, we'll celebrate there. Well, then I must give her $100. If you wait too long with this, she will go away in anger, and then the game is unfinishable. The big thing about Shara games back in the day. Oh, you're just so sweet. I love money. Thanks, Larry. You won't regret this. Meet me at the Marriott Chapel near the casino in a few minutes. I'll get us a room. Hurry, Larry. I can hardly wait. What are you getting into this time, Larry? Yeah. It's amazing how quickly she could leave. He seems glad to see you leave. Let's go to the chapel. Okay, but I will need another $100, so I guess I will have to play at the casino hotel, or else I won't be able to pay my cat bills. Well, that doesn't really matter, because the Casino Hotel is just next door. Let's see. 12. 20. Push. I hate it when that happens. 15. 18. Fuck that. 13. 14. Dang. 14. 14. Twice busted. 14. That's 14 plus 8, 22. That makes 12. 20. Well, that sorts things out a little. $14, $16, $21. $13, $13, $7, $18. And my second hand loses. I have really little luck on my split hands today. 13. Busted. Well, it was a terrible number anyway. 13. 9. That makes 22. That's indeed too much. 12. 16. That's... At last. Ooh. Just my luck. Well, 216 should be enough. Let's break the bank again. I should have doubled. $14, $20. Well, that should do it. Well, you greet the stranger in the trench coat. Hey, Sonny, come over here. It's obvious he doesn't have much to hide. Say, by any chance, is your name Shorty? Well, I do get a point for that. The minister intones his special voice. Dearly beloved, we are gathered together today inside of each other to enter these two people in the eternal bonds of marriage. But before we really get rolling, I'd like to say a few words. That is the marriage that I've performed here. And this is in this little chapel, wearing this cheap suit before those shiny plastic covered prunes with these electric candles, looking at those genuine plexiglass stained glass windows for these measly few bucks. Where was I? Digressing. Oh, well, you got a ring? Yep, she's wearing it. Good enough for me. Have you got $100? Of course, you reply, forking over your thumb. Okay, close enough. Now I pronounce you man and wife until death do you part, or until you get tired of each other. Per the currently acceptable social standards. You may kiss the bride. Oh, not now. That can wait. I'll meet you at the Casino Hotel's honeymoon suit. And give you a lot more than kisses, my big, strong, handsome sweetheart. Well, that was very romantic. Somehow this entire ceremony was less than you expected. The sacred bonds of marriage certainly get tied loosely in this joint. Well, I need to go to the 4th floor. That is where the honeymoon suite is located. I don't have the keys, so I just have to knock so Fawn can get in. Can get me in. Okay, she wants wine. And I just have to wait. The radio interrupts the Frank Sinatra medley with an obnoxious singing commercial. We're Ajax Liquor Store, we're proud to say we deliver all across the USA. If you're out of luck, if you want to dine, or if you just need booze, dial 555-8039. And now back to our music. Wow, that's... You close the door behind you and jiggling the knob to confirm it's locked. And then I just have to go back to the ground floor. Now I can buy, of course, a wine at the store, but if I take it into the taxi, the cab will steal it from me and crash his car. So you should not do that. It's a kind of safety precaution that you only get the wine by ordering it through Ajax Liquor Store. Of course, outside of the store there's a telephone, so I can use that to place my order. Hello, at your Clicker store we deliver. So what do you want to buy? And why do you want it delivered? Okay, we'll get right on it. Consider it done. Thanks for calling. Yeah, the phone number that I just entered was the actual phone number of Shara Online back in the day, where you could actually get their customer service. I don't think the number is still in use. And of course, this number only works if you call it from the USA. As you would have some adaptations needed if you call from another country. And of course, the methods for that differ per country. We're not open right now, but if you call during business hours and stop using this pretend telephone, we would be happy to sell you a Leisure Suit Larry handbook. Written by L.O., the author of Leisure Suit Larry, you know it at least tries to be humorous. The answers are invisible until you mark them with the special pen provided, so you never have to worry about inadvertently learning something you didn't want to know. And thank you for calling Shara Online. And for your purchase of Leisure Suit Larry in the land of the lounge lizards. Goodbye! Such blatant commercialism turns you on. You make a mental note to purchase one of those great L.O. hint books. Well, I won't, because I don't need them. Well, okay, let's get me a cab to go back to the honeymoon suite. And okay, well, that's now 125. It won't be for long, unfortunately. And let's go all the way up. The only way is up, baby. Whoa. That's promising. You carefully remove the bottle from the wine bucket, unscrew the cap and pour 2 glasses. She downs her glass immediately and you refill it, and she does it again. Her eyes meet yours and you're sure luck is with you this time. Well, I'm not so sure myself, but hey, if you say so, the narrator is always right. Lie down, Larry. I have a special surprise for you. And then she says, close your eyes. And you do, because you're sure finally success is at hand. Oh, Fawn, you moan. Oh, baby, that feels so good, oh! Say, Fawn, when are you going to get undressed? Hey, what's the deal with the rope? Hey, why are you tying me to the bed? When Fawn has you securely tied on the bed, she grabs your wallet, saying, you forgot to pay me for the wine, and then she leads out the door. Come back! This ain't funny! You wonder if there's any way a guy can consummate by himself. Larry, it looks like the honeymoon's over. Right, using the pocket knife you got from the old bum by the convenience store, you saw through the ropes holding you to the bed. And grab inside your wallet and look inside. Oh well, at least he didn't find the $10 you hid in that secret compartment. With your consummate gambling skills, you should be back on your feet in no time. You never know when a nice piece of rope will come in handy. You must take the rope right now. As soon as you leave this room, you can never get back here. After all, Fawn isn't there, so she can't let you in here anymore. And if she would ever come back to this room, I'm pretty sure she isn't planning to let me in. So this is the only chance to get the rope. Well, of course, the only way to get my money back up to par is by gambling. As what I'm about to do next does require me to take a taxi ride, you know? Oh, well, as always, I have to increase the bet or it will go faster. At least I can now only bet up to 10 because I don't have more. $17. And then that counts as death. In Reloaded, I could get to that guy wearing a barrel once more, and he would give me $10, and then I can play with it to win some more. Jack and the Queen is of course 20. Well, that at least get me out of the tens, and now 12. 21. Push! Dang. Well, at least the dealer busted, and now I have, of course, enough money to... No, oh, the dealer has blackjack, of course, it was bound to happen. That's 7. 12. 14. 21. 6 cards without topping 21 makes a winner, but that rarely happens. Well, that's 15. That's always a bit sucky. 18. Push. Why do I have the feeling this is going to get a long time? 12, 9, no, 20. Calculating. Not my strongest side. Really. Yes, I know I'm a computer programmer, but I will deal with the mathematical formulas and not really with the calculations. And if you don't understand the formulas, the computer will always give the wrong answer. And this time, a king and an ace, making blackjack. It was about time. 18. Basically 130 bucks should be enough, as all I need money for now are 2 taxi rides. But let's try if I can break the bank one more time. Well, another blackjack would certainly be helpful at a moment like that. That just a moment please was because I pressed the save game button while the you win jingle was still running. I may not save the game during a game of blackjack. $16. 23. Well, that was a shitty hand anyway. 9. 17. The dealer was busted. Well, that's always nice to see, eh? 16, yeah, that was about to be expected to have either too little or to go busted. That makes 12. 17. Fuck you. 12. 18. And I win! Wonderful! 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 Oh, let's double. Push! Well, that didn't do much then. 13. 18. Well, who cares? The dealer busted, so... 13. 18. 6. 16. And busted. $16. 16. 19. And I lose. How could I lose with a hand like that? And that breaks the bank for the last time, as I don't have to play for any more money anymore, and I'm slowly coming to the close of the game. You got it, Mac. Well, he's still watching TV. Get your mind back on the game, Larry. Well. And, well, not that you see that much, but let's... This was a bit of a letdown back then, but of course the content of sex was already controversial back in the time, and I guess they didn't want to push their limits. Although successful, you feel less than satisfied. Technically speaking, you're no longer a virgin, but for some reason the thrill just wasn't there. You vow to continue your quest until you please your heart, not just your other organs. It was a good thing you were wearing that lubber. Yeah, if you don't do that, then you will be arrested as soon as you get in front of the bar. And that counts as a death scene. Yeah, bummer, huh? The window is closed. Well, let's just take the quick way down. And well, that is the last time we get to Lefty's bar. And this is the final cab ride. You wonder if cab companies have full-time employees to make these floors sticky. And of course, Jasmine is only available in Reloaded, so we don't get any dealings with her. So let's go straight to the next girl, Faith. Try looking at the girl first, okay. Oh yeah, I didn't use my breath spray, huh? Hiya baby, I think I love ya. May I help you in some way, sir? He responds in a pleasant yet but business-like voice. My name is Larry. Larry Lava. Say Larry, is that a roll of dimes in your pocket or are you just glad to see me? Hey sweetheart, what's your sign? Exit. Try using it. What's your name, beautiful? Faith. Unusual name. I'm only in town for one night. How about we get together when you get off duty? She smiles and says, oh, I could never be unfaithful to my boyfriend. Larry, it seems this was gonna require outside assistance. You're a man of the world, Larry. Perhaps some sort of medical stimulant would help. Yeah, if I don't type this in full, the game won't accept it for some reason. She takes one bottle of Spanish Fly and says, "Oh boy, thanks, how did you know that I love this stuff?" She tosses down a couple of pills, then a few more, and then finally gulps the whole bottle. Her breathing becomes faster and faster until she begins to pant. Looks like tonight's your lucky night, Larry. So long! I've got to find my boyfriend before this stuff wears off. It appears fate is true to her name. Twisting her key in the lock, she disappears down the employee stairs. Since you're no longer staring at Fate's ample weapons, you notice an unlabeled button on her desk. The penthouse elevator doors glide open. Uh-oh, where are you going now, Larry? Well, let's see. Nice picture of a cat. It's another of one of those boring works of modern art. This one is signed Mark Crow. The bread spread is made of genuine 100% acrylic zebra hide. You huff and puff and blow your doll up, holding her out at arm's length. You pause to admire your handiwork. Somehow, you expected more. Don't you find it difficult to have a meaningful relationship with latex? Geez, Larry, do we have to? Alright, you asked for it. In fact, you asked for it twice. Here we go. Selecting your personal favorite from 3 available openings, you shyly try out the doll. This has to be the kinkiest thing you've done in a long time, Larry. You gradually increase your tempo as you lose your inhibitions, not to mention self-esteem. Faster and faster you go until suddenly there's a loud, flatulent sound. Go get her, Larry! Now this is automated. So long, baby! Loud. I guess it was only a good thing that I worked that one out a little bit better in Reloaded. Well, let's save the game. Hey, handsome, why don't you slip into the water with me so we can really get to know each other? Okay. Wasting no time, you hop into the water. Oh, that does feel good. The warm water swirls around you, the bubbles stimulating you nearly as much as the beautiful woman across from you. With the warmth of the water soaking into your body, you become quite relaxed. Well, just the way you like your women, nearby and naked. She has a beautiful tan and a gorgeous body. You've waited a lifetime for this moment. Who loves ya, baby? She says nothing, but that smile tells you a lot. Have you ever tried it underwater? She doesn't say. What's your name, gorgeous? You ask. She says nothing, but that smile tells you a lot. Well, her name is Eve. What's your sign, dollface? At last she speaks. Yield, she says simply. Although she smiles, it appears she's a woman of a few words. She's waiting for you to determine what it is she wants. And this will end the game. Eve takes your apple and with a sweet, innocent look raises it to her mouth. She makes a small bite out of it, while a sexy smile comes across her face. She winks and lies back in the water, chewing delicately. Eve gently moves her sensuous tongue around the apple, shiny drops of apple's juice glistening on her lips. She's really turning you on. You had no idea fruit could be so exciting. After finishing the apple, Eve slowly slides out of the hot tub, her steamy naked body glistening in the moonlight. Barely covering her tremendous assets with the towel, she smiles and motions for you to follow her. You can take a hint. Let's go, baby, you whisper. As you leave the hot tub, Eve speaks at last. Say, Larry, you really are glad to see me? Congratulations, Larry! You've done it! You successfully completed your evening in Shara World, lost your virginity, and emerged victorious. Of course, your feelings of success are short-lived, since this is where Ken Williams has to tell you about our soon-to-be released sequel. Hey Ken, come here and give him your pitch. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ken Williams! Hey folks, remember coming to this very computer real soon now is the next installment of the saga of Larry Laffer, traveling software salesman. I tell you the name now, but we haven't made one up yet. Be sure to pick up a few extra copies just in case our disc copier is screwed again. And of course, the name would be Leisure Suit Larry Goes Looking for Love in Several Wrong Places. I'm pretty close to the maximum score. I only missed 2 points. Oh wait, we almost forget to tell you how well you played. You played okay, I guess. On behalf of Mark and Sandy, Elle and Marge, Jeff and Chris, Russ and Kim, Larry and Bob, Ken and Roberta, Bob and Marilyn, or Bob and Jenny, Bob and Mary, Bob and Carol, and Ted and Alice. Thanks for playing, and be sure to tell each and every one of your friends to buy their own personal copy of this game. Love ya, baby! And that is the very last remark of the game. If I press any more button now, the game will end. So I will also end this video. I hope you enjoyed, and well, perhaps next week the VGA remake, and then of course we have all the versions of the first installment of Larry covered. Of course, I could also see if I can do shape up or ship out with or slip out with commentary. And I haven't covered that one yet. I really have to look in my archive for Larry 5. 2 and 3 I have, but I never liked the 2 of them, to be honest. Well, that doesn't really matter. Anyway, perhaps I'll see you next week, same time, same channel. Goodbye, auf Wiedersehen, au revoir, and tot ziens.